Yep.
I found it interesting. You're a writer. I write some things
Mm-mm-mm.
occasionally. What are your thoughts on Chekhov's gun?
Oh, interesting. Okay, so I'm of two different minds on it, right?
Uh huh.
Uh, because on one hand, there's a valid reason the quote unquote rule exists. Because in a way, you're creating a promise to the reader.
Mm-hmm.
When you are like, here's the gun, it's like you're sort of promising the writer, pay attention, that's gonna be important.
Mm-hmm.
So if it doesn't show up, then you almost make the reader feel a little bit robbed to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so I do see the value in Chekhov's gun. Uh, as a rule, the problem is I am not a fan of it per se because of the fact that I think by solely limiting yourself to explanations of which pertain exclusively to something that's important,
Mm-hmm.
your world becomes a little streamlined, which can make your world feel a little bit unimmersive because the only time you're ever describing stuff is when it is going to be relevant in the future, rather
Yeah.
than giving them just a feel of your world.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's like I am a little bit of two minds of Chekhov's gun, but I do think uh it is meant more in like if you're gonna take an inordinate amount of time to describe the gun on the wall, it better fucking be important.
Yeah.
Uh and I see. I get it. I do like I like it more than the alternative, which is just having fucking things show up to fix the plot whenever you need it.
Mm-hmm.
Like having stuff placed into the story that the reader can go, oh, what if they went back and got this? And then when you do it, then they feel like, yes, that was what I wanted you to do. Giving the reader the ability to try to guess ahead of what the character will do makes them more invested.
Mm.
That is my long-winded um, opinion on Chekhov's gun.
The analysis of Chekhov's gun brought to you by Hikaru Kami. I am of pretty much the same opinion. Not gonna lie. It. I like it. I like the idea of it.
Yeah.
And if done well, very good. Can make the story very, very good. But
Yeah.
I like reading and listening, right?
Yeah.
To stories that can be, I guess the way I would describe them are an imagination sandbox.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Chekhov's gun
You
takes
were
away from that.
It does, because then it's like, yeah, then you're, as a writer, I feel like as a reader, I'm trying to think. As a reader, I have no real. It's really hard to determine my opinions from a reader perspective, but as a writer, I do agree that it makes the book feel almost streamlined.
Mm-hmm. It turns it into an imagination railroad, as opposed
Yeah.
to a sandbox.
Which is why I do think the proper way, in my opinion, to do Chekhov's gun is to do it in post.
Hmm.
Write whatever the fuck you want, and then go add the fucking gun to the wall afterwards.
Yeah.